Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Red Rock Harley Live. Vince Argentine, service manager, and your host of Red Rock Harley Live, coming to you today from the Vegas Video Network studios here in sunny Las Vegas. Diana Anaya, our co-host, was unable to join us today with her newfound fame. She is out doing photo shoots and signing autographs today.
Oh my goodness.
She's sick, but hopefully she's back in a couple weeks. So Diana, we hope you feel better. Fortunately, Nicole Rosano, our marketing director, is here to hang out with me today, keep me company. Nicole, thanks for coming by.
Yes, I'm normally behind the scenes over there, and I'm just doing this for you because I love you.
Awesome. So since the last time we saw you guys, we had a really successful event this past weekend here at Red Rock Harley-Davidson. For Hogs and Heifers, Harleys for Hogs was a really great turnout.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Beautiful day. Awesome after party down at Hogs and
Yes,
Heifers.
that
So
was a lot of
to
fun.
Michelle and Josh and Penny and the crew over there, thank you so much. We look forward to working again with you guys soon. It's been fun. One of the segments that we've talked about here on our podcast is viewer questions. And we wanted to let you all out there know on social media, Facebook, YouTube, everywhere, your questions are not going to go unanswered. We really appreciate the pouring in of all the questions, and we're here to answer them for you. So today, we're going to do our viewer questions. All right, Nicole, so what do we have for our first question?
All right, so our first question is from Anthony from Las Vegas, and he said, I saw your video on the news, Livewire. I'm hearing conflicting information. What is the range of the motorcycle on a full charge?
Good question, Anthony. There's been a lot of conflicting information, and there's been a lot of changing information from the motor company, from HD forums, social media. Always the best place to get your most accurate information. Go down to your local Harley shop. Red Rock Harley, come see us, 2260 South Rainbow. We have a live wire. We've got all the information on the live wire. There's been some changes, and really the biggest struggle with the live wire has always been the range. How far can I go on an electric charged vehicle? So there's 3 different modes, which really you're going to determine how you ride and what type of range you're going to get. Average originally was 110 miles was their expectations. Now with all of the advancements, up to 140 or more, but it could be as low as 88 miles depending on what mode you're in and kind of what your riding style is. So it can change a little bit. So stop by and see us. All the questions. We got a video coming up here in a minute, even more about the live wire. But we've got tons of information available. There's more and more coming in the dealership every day. So we can answer all those questions for you about that live wire.
Okay, so question 2, we are visiting Las Vegas and would like to visit your store. How far are you from the Strip? It's Melissa from Chicago.
Chicago. Awesome. Melissa, thank you for your question. We're about 6 miles from the Strip. With Vegas traffic, that could be 5 minutes to
Sometimes
45 minutes.
Like 25 minutes, 30 minutes.
Exactly. But we're only 6 miles away. We are a little bit more on the outskirts of the Las Vegas Strip in the local area, which means we've got a little bit better local riding to our dealership than some of the other dealerships in the city. But we're only 10 to 15 minutes away on any given day from the actual Las Vegas Strip.
Okay, so question 3, we have been to Las Vegas before but never rode. We will be renting Harley-Davidsons. How are the roads out there? Ethan from Alberta.
Alberta, well, you guys have some rough roads with all the snow and salt and everything else you guys deal with up there. Fortunately, we don't have that here. So most of our roads are nice and smooth. Las Vegas is pretty tourist heavy, so they do keep up on a lot of the rebuild of the roads. But our roads are built completely different. Very flat because we have almost no precipitation here in the desert. So there's not the crowning of the road where the water is going to pour off. But when we do get that rain, it will stand. It'll be a little slippery, so be careful for that. It'll get hot enough in the summer that your feet will stick to the ground if you're not careful. A lot of loose debris, rock and stone and dust and things like that. But if you come in and see us when you get here, Ethan, check us out. We're going to go over one of my favorite rides here in a minute, but we always, especially depending on the time of year, we can always recommend a good place to go, a good route to take to avoid any kind of construction or any of the stuff that you don't want to deal with when you're on 2 wheels. So good question.
So our last question here today is from John from Las Vegas, and he's asking, what are the best sounding mufflers for my bike?
One of the most popular questions we get at the service department. Good question. It all depends on you, your bike, the year, what's been done to your bike. We have 7 different manufacturers of mufflers and exhaust systems in stock at any given time at Red Rock. Being the largest volume service department, the benefit is between my storage warehouse and all the customer bikes. You can always come down. We'll fire one up and let you listen to it before you buy it. I even have demo mufflers available, some Screaming Eagle product, things that we can put on your bike and let you hear before you ride. But it's really an age-old question of what sounds the best. That's, it's like, what's your favorite color?
Right.
It all depends on you, your bike, and it's really up to you to pick out what's best for your bike. Some people love loud, like me.
Yeah.
My neighbors probably, if they bought a bike after hearing mine, don't want loud. But we'll pick out whatever's best for you, man. So come on down and see us. So a lot of changes, especially from twin cam motors to Milwaukee 8 motors, that kind of thing also plays a huge influence on what the best product for your bike is. So a lot of changes. With that being said, with all the changes going on, let's take a quick look at some of the stuff that Harley has that's been recently released and some of the stuff that we're going to see soon. So Scott, can you play that video for us? Man, if that video doesn't want to make you go out for a ride, I don't know what does. Really cool stuff coming out. There's everything from electric bicycles that you're going to see even more information about the next couple of weeks from us at Red Rock. The Livewire, we saw a glimpse of that. The new Lowrider S, some cool stuff that's here in the now and readily available. Two of the bikes that I do want to talk about that we saw in that video, though, the first one being the Bronx. The Bronx is a brand new bike that is going to be coming out at the end of next year. We've got a quick clip just highlighting that model specifically. The Bronx here. Very cool stuff. Nicole, I know you said you were talking about getting a new bike in your future. That might be the one.
Yeah, that's pretty rad. I
Lightweight,
really love that.
fun, good looking. That's the Street Fighter. It's got a 975cc motor. They're expected to make 115 horsepower. It's really a brand new motor design that Harley-Davidson is coming out with that we should see debuted at the end of next year. The 975 brand new power platform that they're going to be coming out with. It's going to be in several different models, but this is the first one that really has gotten some social media blast and more information becoming available. It's actually kind of the baby brother to the next bike we're going to take a look at, which was even earlier debuted, the Pan-America. It's expected to be a 2020 release for the 2021 year model, and we've got a quick video on that Pan-America. Scott, could you play that video for us? That bike has gotten a lot of talk.
I love that bike.
Totally
It's
different
gorgeous.
than anything else they've got
It's like
out
the
there.
ultimate adventure bike.
Right? No, it's perfect.
Yeah.
That ride that we just did this week
Awesome.
would be good. I know
Yeah.
our friend and one of our co-producers, Nick, had said might be my next bike. And with where he lives out in Mountains Edge area, far southwest part of town, a lot of good opportunity to take that bike out and really see what it'll do.
Oh, that's right.
So that one also is going to have a brand new motor from Harley-Davidson. That's going to be a little bit bigger. It's the 1250cc motor, but just a really cool dual sport, way different than anything Harley's had available at this point, attracting new riders, new riding styles, and any type of riding that you'd want to do that normally a Harley wouldn't do.
Right.
That's going to make it possible. So we're looking forward to that. That 1250cc motor is expected to do 145 horsepower. So that's going to be pretty intense. We're looking forward to seeing what that thing can pull out. Really am. And then the next thing that we're going to talk about here is going to be our Harley highlights. The one motorcycle that just came out, the 2020 CVO Trike. We want to take a look at that, some of the history of the Tri-Glide. So for this week's Harley highlights. So the first trike that Harley-Davidson ever made was back in 1932. We've got a picture there of a 1947 Survey car, but they were pretty much the same from 1932 to 1973. Some motor changes, some minor suspension changes, but we've got a picture coming up right now of a trike that was really the early means of a trike. The whole point of a trike was not to hop on it and take a joyous ride through the country or anything like that. It was really a utility vehicle. They use them for the military. We've got one picture here and another one coming up next of the military vehicles that they were using them for, carrying ammo and really big storage capacities. And they were used for everything from, police and the milkman and anything that was just a more affordable transportation for utilities than going around in a car or anything like that. So Harley's first introduction was really a utility vehicle, the Survey car, where it got its name, service car. And then years and years later, Harley-Davidson hooked up with Lehman Trikes. They're no longer in business now, but Lehman Trikes was one of the first real builders of a leisure three-wheel motorcycle. They started up in Spearfish Canyon outside of Rapid City in South Dakota, right outside of Sturgis, which Spearfish Canyon, if you haven't been, is an awesome, beautiful ride. But Harley-Davidson kind of joined with Lehman. In 1985, they started in Alberta, Canada, came down to Spearfish, and then Harley-Davidson got hooked up with them in 2008. Originally, the Harley-Davidson Trike, so if you bought a 2008 Harley-Davidson Tri-Glide, it was built in the Lehman facilities in South Dakota. It wasn't until much later that they actually got the manufacturing moved to York, Pennsylvania. Harley-Davidson took over when John Lehman died in 2012. So a lot of history there. The freewheeler that we're looking at now, this is one of the modern kind of what that Survey car had turned into. A very fun bike. It's like a stripped down kind of badass big wheel for adults, a Road King kind of style trike. Very fun to ride. And in the dealership setting, we've seen a lot of change. Originally the trikes, when they came out in 2008, it was, with riders with disabilities or older riders or for whatever reason didn't want to handle a two-wheel vehicle. Now we've got people that they're just fun. They're fun to ride. They're stable, and it gets.
I know. I just rode one for the first time on that ride, and it's like super stable.
A lot different.
Yeah, very different.
Steering is different. It definitely takes a lot getting used to, but it builds confidence in riders that don't want to get on two wheels. Right. It doesn't completely eliminate the idea of getting themselves that first Harley-Davidson, which is always good. Which brings us next to the 2020 CVO Trike. It is the first attempt at a Tri-Glide CVO. It's really the creme de la creme. There she is. This thing is badass. I mean, it's really the CVO, always the custom paint. You're going to have the bigger motor. It's going to have a 117-inch stock motor versus the 114 on a regular Tri-Glide, but it comes with all the bells and whistles. Custom heated seat, heated grips. It's going to come stock with that Harley-Davidson HD Connect system, the Reflex defensive riding system with traction control, ABS, tire pressure monitoring system. It's really got it all. It's set up with CB for communication, all LED lighting all the way around. It even comes stock with the wireless headset module and the wireless headset included with it. So for the top of the top, just a bike that you can always add more, but if you don't want to add a lot, you just want to hop on it and ride something that is completely fully loaded and just overall a good looking machine. The new Tomahawk contrast wheels, some cool stuff that we've got going on there. So we have them in stock, Red Rock Harley. Come check them out. Very, very cool bike. The way of the future for the Tri-Glide from 1932 till 2020, big changes. So, and there's always changes going on with Harley-Davidson. One of the biggest things we've been talking about is that Livewire. So we just want to take a quick recap, share that Livewire. And again, if you have any questions about it, call us, email us, come see us. We'll answer any questions you have on that new Livewire. But Scott, we got a chance to look at that Livewire.
We're here at the WIC testing out the new Harley Livewire.
I'm really super excited to ride it, and I can't wait to test it out.
I've never been on an electric bike, so to me it's kind of a little nerve-wracking, but in a fun way.
It's nice to see somebody like Harley-Davidson coming up with something new and high-tech.
I'm about to go test ride this crazy machine. This bike is really fun to ride. It's so much more powerful than I thought it was going to be.
Feeling that power instantly available is pretty cool.
Anytime you turn that throttle, it goes off like a rocket.
It was really great through the corners. The torque was there to pull me right through them. and the traction always held. It was actually a really fun ride.
I don't think I've ever been in anything that goes 0 to 60 in 3 seconds, but it's with the exception of a roller coaster or something. I mean, it's pretty impressive.
You know, you don't have to concentrate on shifting or anything. You just keep going and going and going.
This just makes it so you can just think about riding and you don't have to worry about all that stuff.
It's definitely a lot of fun. I think I might go out again.
Riding a new bike's always great, but this is a step above. It's the future for sure.
Cool stuff. Very cool stuff. So now we're back, and one of the things that we want to talk about, obviously, is going to be the Red Rock Ride, something that Nicole put together.
Yes, I'm really passionate about this one. I'm really excited about it. This is our first segment. This is our first time doing it, so...
What a bad work day, though, really,
Yeah,
to wake up
I
at 8
know.
and have to go on a ride. You know what I mean? Taking a look here at the map, in the far right corner, point number 1, that's actually us leaving from Red Rock Harley-Davidson, 2260 South Rainbow, corner of Rainbow and Sahara. And it just shows, this map's really cool because it shows how close we actually are to Red Rock Canyon. It's right in our backyard. And one of the things that we talked about is, and you'll see in this video coming up, you get into some points of this valley and some of these basins where you completely forget that you're
it doesn't even feel like
you're in Vegas anymore.
Not at all.
We
and
went.
it's crazy because I only had like less than an hour to do this, and we were back in like 50 minutes.
Yeah.
Like
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like,
No, I actually started when I first moved here. I lived kind of in the southwest area, right by point number 5, and that was my route to work every morning. 5 to 4 to 2 to 1. It was a
pretty
really
amazing.
just a therapeutic way to start the day. And you're going to see some video coming up soon. But we came down Rainbow up to Charleston, took Charleston right through Red Rock. At number 2, going through number 4, that's actually Red Rock's. That's the National Red Rock Preservation Area. And then when you get to number 5, you go head to number 6, Mountain Springs. Now you're riding some incline. You're going up through the mountains. Other than some construction going on right now, really a beautiful ride. Got to be careful. It will get cold up there. I learned my lesson the hard way.
yeah,
Ended
it
up
was
there-
really nice. And I mean, we left at what? Like it was 8 and it was like 70 degrees. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't even need my jacket on the bike.
In
I
the
was
middle of
like,
November.
It's crazy.
How great is that, right? So we've got some video coming up here of the actual ride itself to kind of give you an idea of how it's going to look when you take it, when you come and visit Las Vegas. So Red Rock Canyon, a very long Native American past, but in 1967 is when they actually started to put together the Red Rock Canyon Preservation Area, and it's only gotten bigger since. Very kind of a desert-esque kind of feel, a lot of ground squirrels and some little animal life, about 600 different species of plant, but it just totally looks the opposite of the Las Vegas Strip.
Yeah, it's so beautiful. Like I just love these roads. Like it doesn't even feel like you're in Vegas, and it's just so crazy. It's only 10 minutes from our work.
Thanks to Mike Plen and Red Rock Harley-Davidson, we got to take a couple bikes out that day. I'm riding on the Gold Flake Street Glide in front.
Yeah, I was on the back of this trike. And this was my first time on a trike. It was just crazy how stable it was.
That's a good shot there.
Yeah. That bike looks good on you.
Nice. No, Red Rock's cool. I've gotten an opportunity to go through the actual canyon a few times and ride the loop. You can get a $30.
Look at Mr. Brad Pitt wanting to stop.
We got you get a $30 annual pass. A day pass will range anywhere from $5 to $15 depending on what type of vehicle you're showing up in. Walking up, taking a bicycle, $5. Motorcycles you can get in for $10 and have a day pass. But very cool, right in our backyard ride. We definitely recommend anybody that isn't from Vegas and you come visit, stop by us, see us at the dealership, then take a quick ride. You can go grab lunch up there at Mountain Springs Saloon. And we're going to be coming out with more and more videos in the next couple of weeks to highlight some of the rides that we like. If you live in Las Vegas, you haven't done the Red Rock Canyon ride, it is a short but good one, and there's a lot of different routes that you can take, including heading up to Mountain Springs where you can continue to go check out Pahrump and extend that ride, make it from a 50-minute ride into an hour and a half or 2-hour ride.
Yeah.
So it's a good one. As always, Facebook, if you guys know of a ride, If you don't know about a ride, but you've heard of it and you want more information, send it our way between me and Nicole. We'll figure out a time to go ride it and get some video and get you the inside scoop on everything about that ride, what we like, what we recommend, and anything that's good about it. So, Nicole, as the marketing director, I know that you're always staying busy. We got a lot going on.
Yes, we do. Always. It never stops.
Our next big event at Red Rock Harley-Davidson is going to be the Happy Harley Days party, December 7th. Come out and hang out with us at the dealership. We've got the Singing Santas.
Yes.
We're going to have Mr. D's out there selling some beer and some drinks. Evil Pie, one of my favorite pizzas in town. They're going to be out there, so you can grab pizza and a beer and hang out at the dealership with us, listen to some music. If you've got an ugly sweater, definitely wear it. It'll be in your best interest. I'll have to get one.
Yeah, I have to shop for one too. Actually, two, because we need them twice. But yeah, that's exactly. And then what's the next one? The Chili Buns Run. That's on February 1st. That'll be a lot of fun.
And getting out of the cold weather, we've got our St. Patty's Day party, Mardi Gras party. Always something good going on. We've got all these posted at the dealership, so stop by and check it out. If you want to get involved, you've got local charity events, anything like that. Come see us. We're always about getting out with the community and getting hooked up, getting you guys into our home at Red Rock Harley-Davidson. Also, until the end of this month, back by popular demand in the service department, we have continued our Dyno special. $399 for a dyno tune with the purchase of any Harley-Davidson exhaust, aftermarket exhaust, stage 2s, any type of performance work you want. We're going to save you a couple $100 off that dyno tune. And the dyno's going almost every day right now. Our big push, if you don't know what your bike is doing, you want to know, bring your bike at $125. We'll put it on the dyno with one of our master techs. We'll find out what your horsepower is, what your torque is, give you any advice that we have. If you decide to make some changes in the next 30 days, we're going to give that $125 back to you to put towards the purchase of exhaust, cams, dyno tune, whatever you want to do. So
I feel like we should take the camera back there sometime soon.
Definitely. Maybe next time you guys see us, we'll be shooting some dynos over there at the shop. So
yeah.
Thanks for coming by, Nicole, always. Thank you for hanging out with us.
Thank you.
Diana, feel better.
Yes,
You guys
Diana.
ride safe. We'll see you in a couple weeks.